This life, the spiritual controls the physical, whether you believe it or not. If not 100%, I would say 99.9% of the time. Anything that happens in the physical has happened in the spiritual before it manifests physically. That's why I recommend that whenever you want to move into a space, a house, an office, or whatever, I recommend that you call your pastor, your priest, or whoever that you believe in to pray over that space. I just got off the phone with my cousin in Asaba. I can't believe, because it's only in Nollywood that I watch this kind of things, or I see this kind of things. She moved out of her house because she had an altercation with her husband. She moved out with the kids, and she got a small place because she said she wanted to stay there and just settle in, work, hustle, and look for a more comfortable and bigger space for she and her kids. So while she moved in, she begged her mom to please move in with them because her father is late, and the mom agreed. And this, my cousin, Jesus Christ, this girl, when you say somebody's ras and wild, that's the kind of person she is. She smokes, she drinks, she goes to parties, she does all these kind of things, you understand? Even her mother, before the mother gave her life to Christ, that was the kind of person that the mother is. So they moved into this house, and things that are happening, strange things that are happening. According to her, she said she'll be sleeping in the night and she'll be hearing strange footsteps in the ceiling. She thought maybe it was the trauma that she was experiencing due to her separation from her husband. She said she was sleeping one day. She heard a knock on the door. She went there. There was nobody. She looked around. Everybody was sleeping in the house. She went back to bed, and then she used to see shadows on the wall. But long story short, her kids started misbehaving. They started manifesting things that ordinarily they would not manifest, because she doesn't like God. If you bring anything in church to this girl, she would turn you off, like she will insult you. Meanwhile, the mom was like that. The mom was like this, but she gave her life to Christ some time ago, and then she started taking the kids to church, and the kids now they started behaving like godly children, understand? But immediately they moved into this house, these children started changing, doing things that ordinarily they would not do. And they are teenage children, like 3 kids, teenage children. Ordinary, what they would not do. The girl was beating men unprotected, getting pregnant back to back and back to back, committing series of abortion. And when the mom confronts her, she will yell and shout and even fight her mom. While the boy on the other hand started joining back out, like police cases. When he's coming back from school, they'll search his bag and they'll see these hard drugs and all these weed, and he's been in and out of the police cell for as many as we can count. While this little boy on the other hand started misbehaving, became very extremely stubborn. A boy of about 7 years, if the mom talks to him, will go to the kitchen, carry pistol, I want to hit the mom on the head, as small as he is. The mom became surprised because all these things were not things that were happening. So she started crying. She said that she thought it was a trauma of her separating from them from their father that is causing them all this trauma. So she started blaming herself, and she started drinking more. She started sleeping with more men. Started going out and clubbing and doing all that kind of things. You understand? Meanwhile, when they moved into this house, they noticed a very strange smell. They don't know where it's coming from. They'll just be on the dining eating, and before you know, flies from nowhere, from one particular part of the house will start coming. Flies and cockroaches. Like she said, they spent a lot of insecticides because of strange flies and strange cockroaches. Not like they opened the doors. And the grandmom, even when they even moved into the house, that because she's spiritually inclined, that she's spiritually sensitive, that she said she perceived the spirit of death, like spirit of dead bodies in the house, you understand? But she didn't say, because she just said, okay, maybe that was her imaginations playing a joke on her. So all these things started playing out, and they started putting 1 or 2 together, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. They'll wake up in the night around 2, they'll open the door and go out into the street and start talking to themselves, manifesting strange things. The woman started crying. She didn't know. She was blaming herself, thinking because she separated the kids from their father. A lot of things happened. Even, okay, concerning that flies and that cockroach, they now had to look for somebody that used to fumigate the house. The person came, ransacked the house and everything, because it was a very small bungalow. Ransacked every corner of the house, only for them to find a very black, dirty, dead cat that was decaying in one part of the house. That thing has been the thing breeding those flies and those cockroaches all along. And they were very surprised. How did this cat enter this house? she started thinking her children are weak. They'll wake up in the night and they'll start talking to themselves. She'll send them on errands. They'll not go. They'll be fighting their mother, fighting everybody. So one evening, the cousin got fed up and she went out to drink, and you know, her usual bar, she went to the bar to drink. But she know these people that used to give people prophecy when they see them on the road. I've forgotten what they call them. She now called my cousin and was like, this is not Nigerian female. This happened in real life in Asaba. So she went to the bar to drink, and this woman called her and was like, madam, that she is a prophetess, she's an apostle, but because of my cousin is very, very somehow, she does not believe in all those kind of things. She snubbed the woman. She told the apostle told her that I have been sent by God to deliver your family. The Lord is showing me everything that you are going through, but because you moved into a new house and all these things are beginning to happen to you. At first she was shocked. She waved it off. She's like, all these prophets, that's what they do. So she left the woman. So while she was leaving the woman called her back, gave her a card, said, I know you're going to need me very soon or someday, because God has directed me to you. He brought me your way, and I know that I am going to help deliver you and your family. She just took the card, put it in her purse, and she went home. So while she got home, meanwhile in the house, the son was sleeping, the last child was sleeping, and he started shouting in his dream, screaming. And when the grandma, because the grandma was the only person in the house with them, stood up in shock and ran to the boy's room, only for her to see that the boy was asking, what's happening to him? What's happening to him? They had a nightmare. Before he knew, the boy ran out of the room, went to the kitchen, took a pistol and hit the grandma, and the grandma fainted on the floor. The boy started beating the grandma with a very old woman, beat her mercilessly. By the time she got into the house from where she was coming from, she saw the grandma on the floor, and the son was crying like he didn't know what got into him. He was crying, grandma, please wake up, grandma, please don't die. I said, my mouth has been open since my cousin told me this. My mouth has been open. So she quickly rushed the mother to the hospital, and then she came back with the guilt, like she didn't even know whether to blame herself or blame the son, or even she didn't even know who to blame for what is happening. You understand? And from time to time, as a human being, her mind will fly back to what that other woman tell her, but she just wave it off her. Please, she doesn't believe in this. And meanwhile, before this, the mother has been telling her, give your life to Christ. Give your life. I should tell her mother, I should give my life to Christ. But you were the one who you introduced me into the lifestyle. You were sleeping with a different man. You were smoking with, doing all this. She said, yes, that was in the past, but now I have given my life to Christ. She didn't still want to hear. When the mother is praying for the house and praying for the children, she'll be angry with the mother. She'll insult the mother and carry cigarette, carry drink, and start drinking everywhere and smoking everywhere in presence of the kids. As in, like, the whole house, everybody was just manifesting one or two things. And then finally, let me not bore you with my story. She finally called the woman. And when she called the woman, they prayed. They prayed and finally they all came back to their sailboats. Meanwhile, their grandma in the hospital, because she was an old woman, they lost her. She died. She got a phone call that the woman had passed, and that was a pity, you know. Sounds like Nollywood or Hollywood or Nigerian movie or American movie, but this is a true life story. And then the apostle immediately advised them to evacuate the house. And then she evacuated the house, and she somehow the husband heard about this whole thing, and they came back together, and she promised the kids that she was going to, because of them, that she was going to give the marriage a try or a look. And my mouth has been open like me. I'm like, so all these things that we watch in movies, they are real, you know. I still can't believe my ears. Because this is a lot to take in. Please share my videos, drop your comments, and let me hear your opinion, your view. I love to read from you. I love to hear from you. I love to hear your opinion about everything I say. Please, I'll be in the comment section. Please drop your comments, share my videos, engage.